Teddi Mellencamp should take Alexis Bellino's spot on RHOC. When Teddi Mellencamp first appeared on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, most viewers deemed her a casting misfire. She never quite blossomed into a fan favorite, and the show's passionate fan base didn't react much when she was let go after 3 seasons. However, Teddi could fit well into the cast of The Real Housewives of Orange County. She would have pulled off a better performance than Alexis Bellino has been doing this season. Teddi is very close friends with RHOC's Tamra Judge, so she is interested in this show and could become a part-time cast member. Look at it this way. Tamra will get at least 1 more season on RHOC to redeem herself, and having Teddi on the show could be the best way to introduce viewers to another side of Tamra. Their shared podcast, Two Teas in a Pod, has become a force in the podcast world, and they're hitting the road because it's been such a success story. Teddi would give Tamra more of a storyline. Tamra rarely mentions their venture on screen, perhaps because Teddi isn't a cast member on the show. It would be awkward for her name to be mentioned without her being around. Teddi isn't for everyone, but she does have some things going on in her life right now, such as her divorce from Edwin Arroyo. There's so much we don't know about her life, and she's been vocal about how much it hurt being fired from RHOBH, so there's a good chance she'd deliver if she ever got the opportunity to be employed by Bravo again. Alexis has been a dud this season because the series is desperate to paint her as this mouthpiece for John Jansen. Plus, her relationship with Tamra doesn't make sense, which has fueled fans' concerns that it was purely strategic to go after Shannon Beater because she was their common enemy. RHOC previously brought Taylor Armstrong over from RHOBH as a friend of the Housewives, but she was let go after 1 season despite striking a chord with audiences. The only way for RHOC to continue in good standing and revel in the newfound success after season 18 is to be open to changing things so the show doesn't become stale. Teddi would put in the work to stay on the show. Teddi may not have the fan base on her side, but she likely put in the work to ensure she becomes a permanent fixture on the show. The beauty of a part-time role is that you don't need to show every aspect of your life, and it would be fun to see her away from Kyle Richards and Erica Jane with a very different stint. Of course, Teddi doesn't reside in Orange County, but the same can be said for current cast member Heather Dubrow, so it's no longer a prerequisite that the cast comes from the city the show is set in. Swapping out Alexis Bellino for Teddi Mellencamp on The Real Housewives of Orange County is the kind of shakeup that could reinvigorate the show, bringing a fresh blend of energy and a whole new dynamic to the cast. While Alexis Bellino has made her mark on the show, the possibility of Teddi joining offers a tantalizing mix of personality, drama, and realism that could be exactly what RHOC needs to captivate viewers and add a new layer of depth to the Orange County crew. Teddi Mellencamp, the health and accountability guru. Teddi Mellencamp, best known for her time on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, built a reputation as the accountability coach, who wasn't afraid to speak her mind and hold people to task. This trait alone would bring a refreshing twist to the OC franchise. Teddi's unique approach to fitness and wellness could also lend itself well to Orange County's vibrant culture, where image, health, and lifestyle reign supreme. The clash between her straightforwardness and the glam-obsessed OC housewives would provide plenty of sparks, as we'd watch Teddi navigate a cast that values maintaining facades. In Beverly Hills, Teddi's focus on accountability wasn't always met with open arms, especially from her co-stars who saw it as judgmental or intrusive. That very tension would likely translate to the Orange County group, where friendships and alliances are delicate and layered. Teddi's relentless drive to cut through the superficial and get to the heart of the matter would offer new insights into the hidden layers of RHOC's personalities, and her tendency to address issues directly would bring a refreshing dose of transparency, a fresh perspective on wealth and lifestyle. One of the elements that made Alexis Bellino stand out during her time on the show was her ostentatious lifestyle, which often seemed to straddle the line between luxury and excess. Teddi's approach to wealth and status, however, is refreshingly grounded, and she has often expressed that her own privilege is not something she takes for granted. Watching Teddi navigate the flashier, often image-conscious world of Orange County would be an interesting contrast, especially since Teddi herself has always prioritized authenticity. Unlike Alexis, who reveled in being the quintessential OC housewife with her focus on materialism, Teddi's approach would likely bring more vulnerability and honesty. This would resonate with viewers who appreciate seeing the reality behind the reality stars. Whether she's discussing family, her career, or even her struggles, Teddi's openness about her life has always been a point of connection for fans. Her storyline could emphasize balancing work, family, and personal challenges, while also setting her apart as a modern wife and mother who doesn't rely on wealth as a primary measure of her worth. Stirring up existing relationships. Inserting Teddi into the RHOC cast could create a ripple effect within the dynamics of existing relationships. Her no-nonsense approach could clash with more polished personalities, like Heather Dubrow, who often presents a controlled, almost cinematic version of herself. Heather's penchant for etiquette and highbrow status could quickly conflict with Teddi's down-to-earth nature, which could spark debates on authenticity versus appearance and create intriguing tension between the two. Teddi's experience in the Beverly Hills franchise also means she's well-versed in Housewives drama, making her more than capable of holding her own against other strong personalities. Fans could look forward to seeing her interact with other major players, such as Shannon Beador and Emily Simpson. Shannon, known for her emotional outbursts and vulnerability, might see Teddi as either an ally or a threat, depending on how Teddi responds to Shannon's intensity. Meanwhile, Emily's direct approach and tendency to call things as she sees them could make her an interesting match for Teddi, possibly even forming an alliance that brings a fresh sense of balance to the cast. New storylines and personal challenges. One of the criticisms often leveled at RHOC is that some of the storylines can feel repetitive, focusing too much on feuds and wealth flaunting. Teddi, with her background in health, wellness, and life coaching, could bring in different narratives. Her storyline could explore her journey as a mother, her marriage, or the evolution of her career, which resonates with the franchise's theme of empowered women balancing family and business. In addition to her accountability business, Teddi has also been very open about her past struggles with weight and self-esteem. She has shared how her personal journey transformed her perspective on life, health, and self-acceptance, which could inspire viewers who might relate to her story. Teddi's presence would introduce conversations around personal growth and self-improvement, topics that aren't always touched on in the franchise but could provide valuable depth. Teddi's perspective as a wellness coach would also give her a unique angle to interact with the cast. Rather than getting sucked into superficial drama, she might attempt to encourage the other housewives to address their issues more constructively. For example, if Shannon is going through a difficult time or Heather finds herself at odds with others, Teddi could challenge them to look inward, creating a balance between classic housewives drama and actual growth. A more relatable dynamic. One of the benefits of casting Teddi is her relatability. Many fans found Alexis Bellino's storyline entertaining but ultimately removed from reality, as it relied heavily on flaunting wealth and beauty without deeper substance. Teddi, however, has a rawness that resonates with a different type of viewer, someone who is invested in the emotional and real-life challenges these women face, rather than just their lavish lifestyles. Teddi's journey as a mother who's balancing a career, dealing with family pressures, and still trying to improve herself would resonate with viewers who see her as someone they can relate to. Additionally, Teddi's connection to Bravo's other franchises, like RHOBH, adds an inter-franchise dynamic. Viewers who are already familiar with Teddi from Beverly Hills might tune in to see how she navigates Orange County, adding to the show's viewership and creating new opportunities for crossover episodes and guest appearances. A potential power shift in RHOC. Bringing Teddi Mellencamp into the mix could also shift the power dynamics within RHOC. As an outsider with a strong backbone, she might challenge some of the established hierarchies within the group. Her ability to call out inconsistencies and address issues directly could disrupt the existing alliances and bring a new level of unpredictability. This could shake things up and make each interaction feel a bit more real, as the cast would have to constantly adapt to Teddi's honest approach. Teddi's presence could force the OC cast to confront their own facades, as she has a way of getting people to reveal their true selves. It's likely that she wouldn't tolerate behavior that feels artificial.